I'll seek you out, flay you alive. One more word and you won't survive.
Hey guys, it's Mac, and today we're going to do 3 things. I'm going to tell you guys the I left abstract, and I don't want to get more into that than I already did. And good decision to me. But yeah, second thing we're going to talk about, well, I'm going to say is I want to give a shout out to Killa. He's in my sub box. He's the one that made the background and icon for me, and I didn't say anything last time and I feel kind of bad about it, so here you go, Killa. And third thing we're going to do is Max Storytime episode 3. And this one's going to be more like a few stories about my English teacher, who's a student teacher. And me and one of my best friends do the stupidest things to him every single day. And I'll basically just tell you guys a few things we've done to him so far. And we're only about a quarter through the class, so I'll probably have plenty more to tell you guys after end of this year. So basically, the first thing me and him did to him was, well, he's like, oh sorry, that was really loud. He's like 4 feet tall, so the first day I called him Frodo the whole period, and he responded to it a few times. That was pretty funny. I'll also say it looks like my dad. Looks like a short version of my dad, which is really bad, but it's what makes it even more funny. But my dad's like ripped and shit, so it's like, I mean, it's kind of different, but like his face looks just like my dad's. It's just so weird. Anyway, another thing we've done to him was there's this girl in my class that I'm pretty chill friends with, and we always like flirt around and shit. And well, I took her pencil, right, and he gets really serious with me because I fuck with him so much. And I took her pencil and dropped it on the ground underneath her. Well, actually, I hadn't dropped it yet. I took her pencil and I had it in my hand, and he came up. And well, she's like, oh my god, man, give me back my pencil, being all bitchy about it. And he comes up to me, he's like, did you take her pencil? And I say no, and then I drop the pencil, and the class is totally silent besides him. And I drop the pencil, and he hears dink, 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 dink. And he looks at me with this angry look, and I said no, the floor did. He got so mad. He looks at me and then walks away, and and gets all angry about it the rest of the period. And then about, I'd say 20 minutes later, my friend pulled out a little candy because I had been absent the day before, and it was called like a ginger chew or something like that. Like the worst name for any candy ever. And he told me that the teacher had given it to him, right? And so I participated in class for a little bit so I could try to get one. And eventually he handed me one, and I ate it. It was actually pretty good, but to fuck with him, I said, "Why would you give me this? This is disgusting." He got so mad. He looks at me, shakes his head, and walks away. And he says, I'll give you an example of some of the awkward things he says. So I think it was actually just 2 days ago. He was talking about diversity, because it's diversity week at our school. And he was saying how people shouldn't follow stereotypes. And he says, because we're studying the 1920s right now. And he says, well, back in the 1920s, salesmen would go to people's houses and they would try to sell vacuums to women. And immediately he gets all red and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, that was a stereotype. Oh man, I shouldn't have done that." That was the most awkward thing. Everyone in the class kind of looked at each other and laughed because he was so flustered about it. It was fucking hilarious. I'm sorry. That was so funny. And then on Friday, there was a sub for the main teacher, but the student teacher teaches our class, so it was weird. And so the sub for the main teacher didn't know about the other teachers teaching the class, and he goes up to the front of the room, starts teaching the class. And the sub looks like Dwight and walks like Dwight and acts like Dwight. It's the funniest thing I've ever heard, witnessed. Like Dwight from The Office. And he goes up to him and he's teaching in front of the class, and this other teacher's like in the back trying to teach at the same time, and they're over there having this awkward exchange trying to teach the class like at the same time, and that was just so funny. Oh my god. The look on his face was so priceless. Alright, anyway, this is about to come to a wrap. I'm sorry for the rambling on. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys hopefully in the next 2 days. Sorry for not posting lately. Bye! I waved when I did that, by the way. Bye.